Welcome to Ami's Punjabi Cooking USA. Today we're going to make stuffed parantha. Parantha is a flatbread, like other bread here, but we make it flat and it's cooked many different ways. Today I'm going to stuff it with paneer, which is, use homemade paneer. Paneer is a milk product. If I don't have homemade paneer, the next best thing for me is nanak paneer. And as you will see, this is about a pound, but I'm going to use half a pound. I've already grated half of it here, and this will need other ingredients that go in the stuffed parantha is onion. For this much paneer, I'm going to use one onion. It can be red onion or yellow onion, whichever you like. Today I used red onion, which I already cut up. So I'm going to put that in here. How much stuffing you need depends on how many you're going to make. This would make about 6 paranthas. So if you want more, then you grate the whole packet. Fresh frozen ginger, which I took out of my freezer just now. You can go to my video and see how I freeze ginger, and then you break off a piece from your freezer and put it in here. This is about a teaspoon and a half. Dry mango powder. A small teaspoon, ajwain, corom. This gives very nice flavor. Another teaspoon. Salt, obviously you put to taste. Fresh green pepper, which also I took out from the freezer and cut it up small. Again, if you don't want your food very hot, don't use this. And these are not very hot, but gives very, very nice flavor. So use as per your taste, more or less, or how much ever you want. And then this is dry ginger powder, also a teaspoon.
Actually, that's green chilies, not green pepper.
Green chilies. And then I also use, this is stuffed parantha masala, which is ready-made. This has all the ingredients that I put in here already. Just to enhance the flavor a little bit more, I'm going to use like 1 teaspoon here in this. And if you like and this has more red chili in it, which I don't use in here. So if you wanted your food a little hotter, so you can add a little bit more. Okay, and just mix it very well. So all the ingredients are mixed properly in the paneer. Onion gives it, all the ingredients give it really good flavor, because paneer itself does not have much flavor. It just tastes good, but flavor-wise it's kind of bland. Now you can go to my video and see how to make atta, that is dough. Which I made like a couple of hours ago. You can make it a night before or 3 hours, or if you want to make it at the same time, then you need to knead it a little bit more. Now when you make atta, and I need to use coriander, which I use from my freezer, but today I have some fresh, so I'm going to use fresh. This was from my refrigerator. Again, very flavor enhancing ingredient. Now my atta is, as you can see, is ready already. Now before you start to make the parantha, you always keep some dry atta, dry flour to pat it with, otherwise it's good, the dough balls are going to stick to your board. So you keep some dry one, which I will show you when we start to make it. Okay, now I'm going to make little dough balls before making the parantha. I don't make them very big like you would do for a regular parantha, because 2 balls will make 1 parantha. As I said, always keep some dry atta flour. This is about the size of a golf ball, or maybe even a little bit smaller. Put a little bit dry atta. The The purpose of doing this is the air comes out of the thing, and when you roll it, it rolls nicely, and when you cook it, it comes out really good. So you can see these are small balls. These two will make one parantha. Okay, now cover it with dry dough or dry atta. Flatten it. Doing this again, the same purpose is to take the air out of the dough. Roll it. And you have to keep putting dry flour so it doesn't stick to your rolling board. And my pan is already on. Takes time to heat it, so I put it on already. And olive oil that I use for frying. How much oil you use depends on how many paranthas you're making. Now put this in the dry flour, the one side, so it doesn't stick to your board. And put the floured side down. Add the paneer cheese in the rolled dough. I like to put a lot of it so you're not eating just the dough, you have a lot of flavor with the paneer and all the stuffing. Now you take the other roti, put it on top, press the edges gently so the stuffing doesn't come out. Sprinkle a little bit of dry flour on it, gently turn it over. Oh. And roll it gently. The size you want to make depends on how big your pan is and how big you like to have it. I like them this kind of medium size. Lift it up and put it on the pan. Put the heat really high. You don't need to keep turning it. When it's ready to be turned, you'll see little bubbles on top and you know it's ready to be turned. Now, while that is being done, I'm making the second one. So you don't have to keep looking at that. You can be doing other things ready for the next one while that one is being cooked. Now I see little bubbles here and I see the color changing a little bit. So I'm going to turn it over and you see the color, turn the heat low because it's high and put oil. You can use oil brush, but I'm using a spoon because I feel when you use the brush, I think it takes too much oil and I don't like too much oil. I don't like my food very oily. You have to cover it with oil, but not too much. Turn the heat lower because the inside has to, it's cooked, but it has to get warm, heated up. Okay, while I'm doing this, don't forget we have to turn the parantha again and oil the other side. And you see the color is really nice. Turn the heat lower. Oil it. And again, as I said, I think the oil brush takes up too much oil. this is a whole meal in itself. I have to turn this over one more time because the oil on the other side has to cook also. While that one is being done, I'm going to stuff the next one. Okay, now before I finish doing this, I think the other one is done. And I'm going to take it off the pan. And you can put it in a foil or a warmer or anything you like. Now let's cover this next one. Put a little bit of dry flour. Turn it over. A little bit more dry flour on this side so it doesn't catch to your rolling pin. Roll it. Lift it gently and put it on the pan. Now while that is being done, you can start getting the next one ready, and we'll come to this when the color starts to change a little and there are tiny little bubbles on top, and you know it's done. Okay, the next one is halfway done. I turned it over already one time. This is the second time. I'm going to oil it. The second side is being oiled. You can see how beautifully the color is turning out, and you know it's done really nicely. The thing is control of the heat. I've been turning it up and down depending on how it was turning out. Now, the other side was oiled already, which I'm going to wait for a few more seconds and see that's really done also. Then we'll turn it over. As you can see, while this was being done, I made 4 more rotis, 4 balls and 4 rotis. And as I said, I'll get about 6 out of this lot. I think I'll get exactly 6 out of this. 2 here and 2 here, 4 and 2 more. So now I'm going to turn this over. And what a nice color it is. And it's done very nicely. Turn the heat low. And the other side is done already and the oil is cooked now. And you can make as many as you like. It's really ready, and as I said, I'll get 6 today. And if you like what you saw today, please subscribe to my channel and click the like button.